I will be the Savior, wholly thine. Teach me how, teach me how. I will do thy will, O Lord, not mine. Help me now.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. This is Peal Studios once again, and this is our new show. This is our first episode, and as we promised, we have our first guest. He's called Walter Spinks. Is that the right pronunciation, mister?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yes, that's such a unique name, and we're going to learn more from him. He's a skillful pianist from Costa, and yeah, we're going to learn a lot. Welcome. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
How do you feel about being here?
It's an honor to be here in such a nice studio. I've been hearing about the Peal studio, and finally today I'm here, and it's such an honor that you guys saw it fit that you invite me here for this program, so thank you very much.
That's awesome. You ain't having butterflies?
No.
You're okay?
I'm a university student, so the world expects us to be up to the task, so I believe that we'll do just fine. But in case I experience any, you can just rush me to the medics.
It's okay. So
Yes.
from what we've gotten,
Yes.
you're a skillful pianist. Actually, I'm from Kusda, and I really love how you play the piano. It takes me to heaven.
Thank you. I'm humbled. Well, skillful would be overrating it. You say skillful, you're overworking. Because I'm a learner,
Okay.
I'm still learning about the instrument. Because I'm not an expert. So like any other person can decide to have an interest to play an instrument or do anything else. Maybe venture into a business opportunity, and then you just give it your best. So day by day you learn from people, then you better yourself. So that's basically what I am.
So apart from the piano, are there other instruments you play?
Yes, I play the whistle. Well, I play the harmonica, and basically those two, because for now I'm a student and I'm quite busy, so I need also some time to get into my books. But I have a goal. By the end of this year I should have learned another instrument.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes.
So between the two, currently, which is your best?
Of course, the piano is the mother of all instruments. So once you learn the piano and you know it well, then these other instruments will come as by the ways, because it covers a lot. It involves your mental, your physical, your psycho, your physiology. So it's kind of the main thing.
I heard that you play the hymnal songs from song number 1 to the last. Is that true?
Well, I can try them, but I'm learning how to read sheet music, and now when you have sheet music you can be able to play anything. But for me, I play by ear. If you sing me a song for the first time, you sing it once, I will internalize it, and then I can be able to translate it onto the keys. So I can play some songs that I've heard, and then some that I've heard for the first time. So at least I can play song number 1, I can play song number 2, probably song number 3, I can play song number 181. At least I can try do a variety of them. So depends.
So yeah, that's our guest, and from how he talks, you can tell the prowess he has in playing the piano. So now to our questions. How about you tell us more about yourself, from your name to everything?
Oh, well, as she said, as she was starting, my name is Spinks. I like Spinks the most, but the other one is Walter. and I'm just like this. There you're seeing me. I'm a student here at Kenyatta University. I'm pursuing my Masters of Arts in English and Linguistics.
Okay.
And as you can see, nothing related to music. Now to my point that you don't need to go to school to learn music. I think some of you out there might be having inborn talents and abilities that you need to work on. You cannot just have a talent and sit on it. But I wish and I hope that one day I'll be able to play the instruments professionally, apart from the endowed gift of playing by ear. That's basically about me. There's nothing much. I'm just a normal person here, a student like any other. I don't know whether that one serves what you need to know about me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay. What's music? How can you define music?
Well, the definition music is different from, someone might come with a very funny definition, such as music is organized noise. So you think about noise and that is kind of ironic. So, but I can say music is an act of sound in time that expresses ideas and emotions in significant forms through the elements of rhythm, melody, harmony, and color. I know some of those words are jargon still. But when you say it's an act of sound in time, we have, when we talk about time, we don't talk about 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. When we talk about time in music, we talk about time signature. If you have hymnal close to you, you can see for the sheet music, there are some items written just at the start, like 3, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are the time signatures. Yeah, so they take different counts. I might not be able to talk about all these because this is the first show. I know we'll have more time, and we'll be able to talk about rhythm, melody, harmony, and all these things. But the bottom line is that it is an act of sound that expresses ideas and emotions in significant forms. I know music expresses some emotions in you that sometimes we're not able to explain. So that is basically the definition that we can give for now.
Yeah, there's something you've been talking about, sheet music. What's this? I'm not really getting it.
Sheet music. So music is arranged. We have arrangements. Like you think of any songs. For example, the Kenyan national anthem is arranged. The Australian national anthem is arranged. And so we have the different notes that are arranged on the stuff. I know that is also still jargon, but I just hope that I put across because someone out there might be able to pick what I'm saying. So that arrangement of the notes on the stuff, that is what we call an arrangement, and that the totality of all that is expressed in like a sheet, not like a sheet of paper, but it's not a sheet of paper, it's sheet music. So it is a sheet that has got musical elements on it.
Okay, I get it.
Yes.
I hope you guys also get it. That's what we have as sheet music. So what's your inspiration towards music? Why do you choose playing the piano or the harmonica for music rather than doing arts, drawings, something like that?
I'll give you a very, very brief background of what happened. So, my background is quite interesting. It's kind of interesting. And so I happened to grow up in an abnormal setting.
What's this?
Yes, an abnormal setting. You know, you guys, maybe some of you have grown up in normal homes where you have a mother, father, and your siblings. But for me, I was privileged, or we're saying me, I'm privileged, because I say, quote unquote, I think I was born locally but raised internationally. So my parents were serious people. Well, they had a keyboard in the house. So one day I meet my brother, his name is Hassan Jumbe, I hope he's watching this. And we watched a channel on the TV and there were some guys playing the keyboard. So I told my brother, we could actually be like those guys. Those guys are playing the instrument quite nice. And he told me, yeah, so now what do? Let's go talk to mom because she has a keyboard just sitting in the house. She rarely plays it. So let's go and ask her whether we can get some time to play it. So we went to mom and she told us, well, that's nice. You guys can be coming up to the house and then you play. And then as time went by, mothers will always be mothers. Thanks to my mom, May Spinks, she actually gave us the keyboard and we took it into our dormitory.
Wow.
So you can imagine how, so every time I had free time after my chores, I could go into the dormitory and play something, try it. So what people did, then I go and translate it. And as time went by, we were able to play something. Of course, we started with the hymns. Being an Adventist home, of course, we had to start with that. So that one really gave me the go into it, and I can trace. That is how far I can trace it, and the inspiration that I can actually get a song, even for the first time, and translate it onto the keys, and it works out. The instrument never disappoints. We have so many disappointments in the world. I know you guys out there and all this. But this instrument has never disappointed. Once you know what you're doing, it will never disappoint. So that's why when you get those funny moments, for me, I just wanna go get a keyboard and play. So that is the inspiration that I get so as to play this. The same thing to harmonica. The harmonica is a calming instrument, so I like serious, calm, inspirational music.
Thank you so much. At that point, we'll go for a short break. I hope you've subscribed to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. We'll be right back.
I will be the Savior, wholly thine. Teach me how I will do thy will, O Lord, not mine. Help me now.
Welcome back once again. So to our guest, we stopped at you telling us about the inspiration towards you playing the piano, and that's such a spectacular story.
Thank you.
Yeah, so personally, I love music, though I haven't studied about it, but I love singing. I also have a piano.
Wow.
But I can't put my fingers on it. I just can't get it unless, I don't know.
We should give it to someone out there who can get their finger on it, right?
Yes. I think I'll come for lessons so that I can bring that expertise to it.
Right.
Okay, so let's go back to our questions. So you said earlier that you haven't gone through the music course, right?
No, I've not done anything music related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being raised in an Adventist home,
Yes.
what's the difference between Adventist music and worldly music?
Well, that's an interesting question. And growing up, I will say again, not growing up in a normal setup, we had a different ideology, because being now that our parents are from the other end of the world, not local, and their taste of music is different. Because sometimes you'll play our music and they'll be wondering, what's that? But then now, there's always something unique about the Adventist music. Because the Adventist music, like builds up. So you start from a place. You start maybe from the bottom here, and then you go up. For example, let's think of a song. Let's pick one hymn. What's your best hymn?
Song number 10.
Number 10.
Yes.
That is Come Christians Join to Sing.
Yes.
Yes. So stanza 1, it calls upon us to, calls upon Christians to come and sing. We join in the singing.
Yes.
Yes. And then after that, why are we singing? Stanza 2 says, we are praising Christ the King.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and then why are we praising him? And then he's our friend or something. I'm not very sure of the words, but the lyrics, the lyrical details. But then you notice it's building up. So from a song, someone may just come up front and sing a song to you, and you definitely get a message,
Yeah.
even without someone preaching.
Yes.
But I will talk about these other songs, the contemporary so-called Christian music. Sometimes songs are sung and you wonder, what was that for?
Yeah.
You just jangle upwards, you do like, and then as long as you throw God's name in there once in a while, it becomes song that is meant to be sung by Christians. But what I really like about the Advent music is that there's that message that you get from the song. So maybe you sat down to listen to that particular song, your soul will be uplifted and you'll be able to connect with your Lord. So the song, is it connecting you with God or it is disconnecting you with God? That is the essence.
Okay, that's
Yes.
so nice.
Yeah.
I got to learn about drums
Yes.
in music, and there's this soft, cool music. Where's your stand? Which one do you like and why? Why do you
Wow.
prefer that?
That is a very interesting question. So, I don't know that your problem is the drum.
Actually, I have no problem.
You have a problem with drums?
No. I have
Well,
no problem.
So, there are many songs that are nowadays are coming up. We have so many choirs in Kenya.
Yeah.
There's I think every day there's a choir releasing a song, and there's always the punchline that you get.
Yeah.
And some songs are full of drums, others are cool. I wouldn't judge anyone. I cannot judge you on the basis of maybe singing songs that are flooded with drums. But for me, what I would say is that I prefer my upbringing has always been on the kind of music that is relaxed, cool, not noisy. Remember, I'm not against drums.
Yeah.
Well, there are some songs that have got some elements of drums, but now a good music should be able to you should be able to have the two, the soul and the body.
Yeah.
Are they connected? Because music, as we'll interact later on, you'll see that music is more than opening your mouth and singing.
Yeah.
Because it goes beyond that. There's some elements of health, for example, your heartbeat.
Yeah.
So if you play an element of some music or genres of music that is going against your heartbeat, it means there is an element of know you not that your body is the temple of the
God.
Yes. So now once you do that, your body is affected.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, even people who are not Christians have carried out experiments about music, the type of music. There's that experiment of rats and rock music. Yes, when they were exposed to rock music, and then these other ones were exposed to classical music. We know what happened. Yeah, those are things we can talk about on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
These are just obvious things that have been proven, to show us how music can really influence us.
Yeah.
Yes. So on my take, I'll not say. Sometimes I listen to those songs you call drummy songs.
Yeah.
But the bottom line still remains. There's some message that you get.
Yes.
You can decide to really maybe decide to switch off that element of drum, but there's still some message that you get. And then there are some songs that, yes, the drum is there, but it is on a level that is just meant to guide the singers.
Yeah.
Yes, but then we have some that are on the extreme. Yeah. So for me, give me my cool music, nice, so that I can be able to enjoy it more.
Okay, that's
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Let's hear in the comments what's your take on the drumming music and the soft music. I'd really love to get that. So I did some research.
Yes.
Not really so much, but I remember there was a time I was listening to a sermon on music,
Yes.
and there's this thing I got about musical styles.
Yes.
Can you shed more light on that? What's musical styles? What does it entail? All
Well,
that.
interesting. So, what is a style according to you? If I may ask you, well, maybe not. So, technology has really made music interesting. I don't know that we'll talk about music production and all that. That's a different line altogether. But you see, like this is a digital keyboard.
Yes.
This is not a piano. This is a keyboard. A piano is not electric.
Okay.
A piano is manual. So it's made up of some strings inside, and then there is something like a hammer that when you press the keys, you touch them, the hammer hits onto those strings inside that are arranged in there, and then now you get there you get the sound. So that's why this is electric that's been connected to a power source. So when you get this keyboard, there is a section indicated here. So we have styles, and then we have voice.
Yeah.
So you can decide to go pick, for example, there is a style. We have like country, we have like ballad, we have like dance, we have like R&B, we have like Latin. Those are styles. Now, how does style come in? It comes in when you now integrate it with the song. Yes, for example, if you decide to sing hymn using country style, so that is, you can decide to take that. We also have reggae. Reggae is also a style. So the viewers, yes, rumba is also a style, but now the viewer should not be confused between a style and a genre of music. Yes, we have different genres of music. We have, and then we have also different types of music. Remember, a genre is different from a style, and the style is also different from a type.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell us more about it.
Well, so a genre, for example, a genre of music, we might have rock and roll, for example. We might have another genre can be maybe traditional music. Another one can be like Latin. Another one can be like Negro spiritual, for example. Those are all the different genres, and they all come from different circumstances that the writers found themselves in. For example, the spiritual Negroes, mainly it was about they were singing the songs when they were working in the farms during the slave trade and all that. So the different genres come about in relation to the circumstance in which the writer found themselves in. So now then we have now types of music. Yes. So we have Christian music, contemporary Christian music, and then now we can have like now traditional music. Now if you sang a traditional song and come the traditional music, it will be different from someone who comes and sings a contemporary Christian
Song.
music.
Yeah.
For example, now a traditionalist will come with an instrument such as give me a traditional instrument.
Drum.
Yes, drum. Hey, you were so into drums. You'll come with the drum and start beating the drum as they sing.
Yeah.
But then the drum is not evil. The drum is not evil. The drum is an instrument. Unfortunately, the Bible has no drum in it. The Bible has a timbro.
Okay.
A timbro is actually a small top that looks like the top of a drum.
Okay.
Then it has the snares around it.
Yeah,
So they used to. Yeah, I don't know that you've seen it,
Yes.
and that's why the Bible talks about the timbro. Yes. So, but the drum is not evil. The evil part comes in who is playing it.
Okay.
Yes, because we are called upon to play the music skillfully. Those who are playing the music should be very skillful. That is why I'm worried, because I'm not a professional. Yes, but I play it after all. Yes, so there is some element of solemnity when it comes to playing an instrument, especially when you are in God's service, because it is a holy endeavor.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is briefly about types, genres, and all these things. So to the question of which one is appropriate, where, when, and how, that one I think it's something that we can talk about another time. Because it requires more time. Because now you find someone else arguing. This song sounds like a love song, but it has God's name in it.
Yeah.
Is it appropriate, or is it still a love song? You see such things. Yeah.
Yes, I guess you're learning a lot, because actually when I'll be out of here. Okay, so to the last question that I'm going to ask you.
Yes.
What does the scriptures tell us about music?
Well, Psalms. The whole Psalm is about music. I remember growing up, when I go home, we always have songs like the songs. Psalms chapter 1 is a song. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Yeah.
Psalms chapter 19 verse 7, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making the wise the simple. Yes. Psalms chapter 25, unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Yes.
Yeah.
Psalms chapter 66, verse 1 and 2, 18, 19 and 20. Chapter 66 verse 1 and 2. Make a joyful noise unto God, O ye lands, sing for the honor of his name. Yes. Make his praise glorious. Yes. If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. That is Psalm chapter 66 verse 18. So all those are songs. So that means that God is a very musical being, if I may say that. Allow me to say that. And we have instances in the Bible where there is singing. So if I may just point out but a few of them on that. When we look at just a minute. First, if we read the book of Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 13, this is where I'm building up from. The first musician we ever knew that was created was Lucifer, of course. And Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 13 gives us that his apparatus, the way he was created, he was fitted with pipes and he was ready to sing. And we know what happened.
Is it true that he had 24 voices?
Well, I've heard about that too. I think we get that from, is it the story of redemption or something? One of the books. And he knows what hits what. He knows where to get us off guard. He knows how to distract us from God using music. So he really knows. And so we can just get some few points on. We have elements of singing, but then you have to know that when we have singing in heaven, it's always contextual. That is why when we have choristers, for example, in church, as now we're preparing for the Sabbath, on Thursday we have harmonization. The music director always asks, so what Sabbath is this? It might be a high Sabbath, maybe it might be the Lord's table, it might be baptism. So we look for songs that are contextual according to the event that is going to happen. So if I just give you a brief, if you consider the book of Revelation chapter 4, chapter 4 is about the throne in heaven. And now we are told that there is that scene that was there, and then the angels were singing. You notice, I'm not going into prophecy. These are just things that you see. When that particular episode, when you look into it, this is the part whereby the angels had come down to the earth. Remember, this is after Jesus had been crucified, and now they've now gone to pick Jesus and go with him to heaven. Now that's why we get that aspect of them. Now we have a different message altogether. Now the song is directed to God. Why to God? Because he's the one who is there at that particular point, that he himself, as some angels have gone to bring Jesus. The theme here is that God the Father is the creator. That means there is no redemption, as the Redeemer has not arrived. Remember, Jesus is the one who came down to die for us. So that song is contextual. Now this heavens, in the heaven, angels are singing. Now when you go to chapter 5, now chapter 5 is now when Jesus is now present, and now the song changes. Yes, now it says that now Jesus has now arrived, and the theme of the song changes to the praise of the Creator, that you are worthy to open the book because you're the one who has saved us and all this. So those are just some of the examples that we see that are there. Now in Revelation chapter 21 verse 3 and 4, now that is the culmination of things, when everything has already taken place, and it's now no more death, no more sorrow, no more crying. I think that is where we belong. That's where we really long to be. So let's not take music as something that is just there for any time, for anyone. Music is very deep, especially now that we are talking about the church and all these things. I cannot talk of the world because my genre is not of the world. So let the world speak, but let our songs, let our singing preach the world, so that at least they'll see something unique. You know, we are termed as a peculiar people. Peter calls us that. You are a
royal priesthood.
Very good. So that we are supposed to be very unique and very different, so that when I hear some song somewhere, I can say, hey, that's a good song. And I don't want you to get me wrong. This is something that I'm going to point out when I come to the end of this. I'll be able to tell you something now that I'd like to put across. Yes, so that is what I can say about that particular question you asked.
That's really nice. I'm having such a nice time. And before he gives us his last word, I think it will be nice if he plays us something and you all listen to his expertise.
Well, so what do you want me to play?
Any song.
Any song.
From the hymnal.
Okay.
Your best, actually.
Let's see. I'll sing song number. It is well, is song number
530.
530.
Yes.
Well, that's what's the key of that particular song. Let's do it in. So it's also important you should know the key in which a song is written, so that you don't end up giving the choristers a hard time, because sometimes some things happen, things fall apart, and it becomes a bit chaotic when you're in the Lord's house, and then now the angels will be wondering, the angels will be wondering, what happened? These people didn't practice. We are in the habit of making our things more important than God's work. So the song is in the key of C, which is the key in which I play. So people play in different keys, but for me I play in the key of C major, which I find very easy. So for beginners out there, we can always start with the key in the key of C major, because it contains no black keys. That one I'll explain another time. So let me go into the song. Will you help me sing?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. So
Like Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was so nice. Yeah, now your last word to all of us. You can take it.
Well, thank you very much for singing. Now, I'll give some very, very brief points. So first, just to tell the viewer that we are not here to criticize. We are still learning. Remember, I told you in the beginning that I'm an amateur when it comes to music, especially on this.
Yeah.
But day by day, when I meet people, even those who are not musical, but they have an idea about music, I try to pick something from them. I try to learn from them. That is how I learned, actually. And then I got some reinforcement from people. I got a friend whom she's a very serious musician, so I got to learn something from her, and then that's how I've been building up. But I would like to tell all of us that to him that much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
So to those musicians out there, you've done music, you know how to do it professionally, God needs you into His service.
Yes.
Come and teach us as we are still learning. You cannot be a musician and you just seated in the congregation and you can hear the appeals in the worship and you're seated there. You don't expect angels to come down and teach us how to sing well. The Lord has given you the chance and the opportunity to go and learn and then come and share it with us. So that is a challenge to all the musicians out there. Now, to my point, into our faith,
Yes.
music is very important. And everything from the melody, the lyrics, the rhythm, that's now where drum comes in. Yes. It should be, remember Paul tells us that whatever you drink, you eat, or anything you do it to the glory of God.
Yeah.
So that music you're playing, that music you're listening to, is it to the glory of God? Now don't look at me now thinking I'm the Holy Joe. That we are traveling on this journey and we have challenges before. To you, some music might mean something, and you might say, this is what I listen to after I get heartbreaks. This is what I listen to when I don't have school fees. This is what I listen to when I don't have food to eat. So our music, we are exhorted that in all that we do, we should do it to the glory of God. So some just few points as I end, that we as Christians, and not just Christians, or let's say Christians, because we all claim to worship the same God.
Yes.
So wherever you are as a Christian, yes. So to us, because my wonderful host, I believe you are of the faith of the Adventist. Yes. So this is what I would like to share and tell all of us there, that you should ask yourself, are the lyrics of that song, are they unique? Are they presenting a unique and distinct message of what you hold? For example, the present truth as of now is about, for example, Jesus, what is He doing, where is He, what is He doing, and all that. He's in heaven, what is He doing for us, and all these things. And of course, you tell the world that Jesus is in heaven, preparing a place for us, interceding on our behalf, and He's almost coming back to take us home. So we should make things down here right. And it goes back down to what you might think, this is just music. Yeah. So we are supposed also to, the music we listen to or we play, it must maintain a balance between the harmony and the melody. And the melody should be the dominant one. The melody is like the tune. Don't emphasize too much on the harmony. Have the balance. I'm not saying that we should not do harmonies. Have the balance between the two. And then Our music is very sweet. Our hymns are very rich. Our choirs have songs that edify. So let's not, our music should be unique. Let's not our music be characterized by the vain repetitions. Yeah, because the aspect of repetition in music, something we'll also talk about next time. It creates something that, you go into a very fun state of mind, like in a frenzy. You even forget what's the essence of what you're doing. And also now, music not only expresses feelings and emotions, it also impacts them. So it has an impact on our feelings and emotions. When you talk about emotions, there are so many things involved. So you should be very, very watchful. You might be singing, you think you're in God's presence, but someone's emotion is being adversely affected. So by the time you sit down after presenting, you wonder, someone is not blessed. Someone's emotion has been taken a notch higher. I don't know whether to the negative or to the positive. The last point. Our music should be more directed to ministry other than business. I think most of even the so-called new Christian music nowadays is geared towards business. We are making it like a business. We are not competing. We are trying to win souls for the kingdom. So when you release a song and the song doesn't hit, you almost get a heart attack. Because now you're wondering, what's wrong? What was the problem? The instruments or the studio? I'll not go to that studio again. That song didn't hit. But you get a song, and nowadays YouTube, you get the likes and the views, and you say, those people, for example, let's say now we have the Peal, and now the Peal, like you guys, the studio, the Peal releases a song, and people are like, hey, the Peal Studios. Isn't the Peal Studios on the song? You see now the attention is diverted. Is it now the people or the message? So when that happens, when a message, even preachers, when you're preaching and the people are directed towards, and now the attention is turned to you other than what you have to say, then there is a problem. There is a problem. So lastly, good Christian music in church should harmonize with the natural rhythm of the body. Yes. So if it doesn't, then it means it is adulterated, and there is a problem with that. So hopefully next time we'll be able to learn more about this, and just to let the viewers know that this one was not pre-scripted. This is live. This is live. So there was nothing pre-planned. So these are questions, and as you can see from my host, she's really interested into wanting to know what does music entail and all that. So I end it there, and thank you very much for inviting me for this chance.
Yes. We have come to the end of our show, and I'd love to thank our viewers for watching, and also a special thank you to our guest, Spinks, for accepting our invitation to come and educate us more about music. Remember to hit the notification bell and subscribe. Until next time, I'm your host, Esther Joyrell. Goodbye.
I will be the Savior, wholly thine. Teach me how